Gemini, you're moving fast, but the question is, are you moving in the right direction? Mars is in your sign, and that means energy, urgency, momentum, but also fragmentation. Because Mars in Gemini doesn't move in one direction, it moves in all of them. And this week, that becomes very obvious. You may feel pulled between multiple opportunities, multiple conversations, multiple identities even. And the danger isn't lack of movement, it's lack of focus. Mercury in Aries is pushing you toward bold communication, speaking quickly, deciding quickly, acting quickly. But speed without alignment creates chaos. And this is where Venus in Pisces steps in. It asks you to slow down just enough to feel which path actually matters. Not which one is exciting, not which one is available, which one is meaningful. Because Saturn is reinforcing this, especially in your public or career direction. You may feel pressure to define something, a role, a direction, a commitment. And while part of you wants to keep things open, this week doesn't reward open-ended energy. It rewards intentional direction. And here's what shifts everything. The moment you choose one direction, the scattered energy disappears, and your momentum becomes unstoppable. By the end of the week, you may feel a shift from chaos to clarity. Not because things slow down, but because you stop dividing yourself across too many paths. You don't need more options. You need one clear direction. And once you choose it, you accelerate.
Gemini, your card is the Magician. Everything you need is already in your hands. The Magician is a powerful card of manifestation, skill, and focused intention. But here is the key. Power without direction becomes wasted energy. And this week, you have a lot of energy. Ideas, words, movement. But the Magician asks you to choose one thing and work it fully. You are not lacking opportunity, you are lacking focus. And the moment you bring your attention into alignment, you become unstoppable. Use your voice, use your mind, use your will. But most importantly, use them with intention.
Gemini, you get Hexagram 56, Fire over Mountain, the Wanderer. You are moving through unfamiliar territory, Gemini, and that is intentional. This hexagram speaks of transition, temporary states, and learning through movement. You may not feel fully anchored this week. Situations may feel fluid, shifting, or uncertain, but this is not instability, it is exploration. The Wanderer reminds you to stay aware, to remain adaptable, and to avoid overcommitting to what is not yet permanent. You are passing through a phase. Observe what it teaches you.
Gemini, your rune is Ansus. This is the rune of communication, insight, and revelation. Words carry power this week. What you say, what you hear, what you realize. Ansus brings messages, but also responsibility, because once something is understood, it cannot be ignored. Speak clearly, listen carefully, and recognize that the right words at the right time change everything. This week required decisions, not abstract ones, real ones. And the structure you build now determines what holds later. Before you go, answer this. What are you choosing to focus on moving forward? Clarity begins with that decision. Like, subscribe, and continue with intention. And remember, your rising sign reveals the full structure of your week.